We launched a vast number of researches and gained many more data for making a spaceship that can move faster than light. How is the theory of rotation related to the idea of making a spaceship faster than light? To travel to other galaxies, even if we move at the speed of light, it is not fast enough, but at a greater speed it must be. It can only happen if energy or force is detained to reach beyond the speed of light. Here, the theory of rotation suggests a solution. The experiment based on the theory of rotation showed that under certain conditions, if there were 3 loaded magnetic spheres, the space of forces made by the 3 spinnings would be similar to the picture in an upside view. To detain energy, we need the theory of rotation. Imagine a ring that moves and makes all the other rings move clockwise and anti-clockwise as they are intertwined. Now with the loaded magnetic spheres make a equilateral triangle. All the spheres spin anti-clockwise to detain energy for it to become productive, as every sphere makes its adjacent spheres reinforced. It is possible to accelerate the anti-clockwise spin. It is required to have energy at the outside. If every sphere moves anti-clockwise, the central force that enters from one direction and leaves from the other, the spinning of the sphere at the center will be reinforced, making the speed of the sphere accelerate. It is possible to make a spaceship that can move in the galaxies at a high speed. Every sphere makes the other 2 stronger to generate literally to have a higher speed. That is how we can reach higher speeds with little energy generation. Otherwise, we would not be able to supply fuel for the spaceship. The spheres must keep a pattern like that of a hexagon in order for it to detain the force and energy. Thus, the distance must be kept between the spheres, just like the picture below. The spaceship was designed based on documentary observations. As you can see in the picture, a spaceship radiates light when its spheres spin, then it disappears at a great speed. The speed depends on the type of the spheres or the disk and their position. Spinning at a great speed makes the spheres warm and discharge light. The observations of the fallen spaceships have proved that they are composed of a material that is not able to warm. We can make this material based on the model suggested by the theory of rotation. The ones inside the spaceship shall feel okay and have no problem, since these chain-like forces make an isolated area far from the reach of any force and safe. Spaceships moving nearby other spaceships need to follow some particular rules. For example, if the 3 spheres move close by, they must form an equilateral triangle with certain definite rules, otherwise they may stray due to the space shaped by the ring and chain-like forces. It is necessary to know to comply with a certain spinning pattern. A spaceship has 3 balls, other spaceships need to have the same number of balls, and the structure of the spaceship and number of its personnel exactly match. Spaceships can divert shots, missiles, and lasers with an anti-gravity force and avoid being observed by radars. Spaceships detain radar waves inside and not let them reverse to the source. They can dive into the depth of the oceans and the ring force cut a route through water. The spheres do not spin with a generator as the source for their spin, since current generators cannot make spin at an adequate speed, but the theory of rotation can help us make efficient motors through the phenomenon of electrogravity, which is still unknown to scientists. Research has shown that With the help of the theory of rotation, we can guess what each satellite is for or what technologies have been used. For example, in case of a spaceship in the picture below, we can conclude that this spaceship is unable to lift things. The spaceship has come for research purposes. It cannot make complex rings like those in the farms. Lifting things with the spaceships. You can see in the picture that if three spheres are spinning, the distributed rings by the spheres overlap, a sphere forms. Now if we have a thing inside the sphere and the three balls moving the thing will move just like the picture that is a conceptual illustration. You can see that a spaceship is lifting a cow up. There is another way to lift things. The balls have a regular pattern of distribution on the area of circle. These balls rotate a central point demarcating a greater space with the small balls for lifting bigger things. Just like what you see in the picture, it is shown how the enclosed area is, according to the motion equation. There is always a disk or cylinder, each designed for a particular reason. Crop circles. Crop circles or farm rings are geometrically complex patterns observed in wheat farms in England with diameters up to hundreds of foot. The theory of rotation states that spaceships made these patterns. We know how each ball spins and how it forms a space around. We need to draw a picture with a number of spaceships. Spaceships have balls with ring force. We put them in a line and direct waves toward the farms. The waves of forces neutralize one another, thus crops slide down, otherwise they remain as they used to be, just like in the picture. It is a primary picture from what we talk about here. Some important things this theory help us achieve. Magnetic unipolar, synthetic gravity, wave generation at a speed higher than the speed of light, changing languages into a system of 0 and 1 for more convenient understanding, theology, medicine, psychology, chemistry, mathematics, metaphysics, economy, agriculture, everyday life, geology, geography, architecture, construction, traditional medicine, law, and judicial matters. Refutation of the theory of pharmacology. Having shaped the basis for science, the theory of rotation can be used to various purposes. It is up to you to take valid or invalid. What we have claimed here was grounded in today's physics. We tried to explain our reasons, which we believe they are easy to grasp and learn. We shall say that if spaceships and spaces were a hoax, the theory of rotation would not be able to explain them. With 239 passengers on board, a Malaysian airplane disappeared on March 8, 2014, followed by one of the longest search of the history of humankind with no satisfying results. According to the theory of rotation and its proofs, UFO should have taken it for some particular reasons, as the evidence suggests so. And there have been signs of their existence, as the airplane disappeared without any signs of collapse. In addition, the Jews who disappeared